Joining us right now on the Daily Dose, we are very happy to welcome the CFO and head of content at Evoca TV. She is doing some really exciting things. Trust me, you're going to want to hear about this. But Dana McLeod, thank you so much for joining us today on the Daily Dose. We are happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. And yeah, it's Evoca, by the way. Most people get it wrong.
But I'm glad you corrected me.
Yeah, we're a very evocative new company. So yeah, we're a new pay TV system. It's kind of a combination of broadcast and streaming, and we've launched in Boise, Idaho, Phoenix, Arizona, and we actually just launched in Colorado Springs. So right in your neck of the woods.
Okay, Dana, I have a number of questions about what it is that you're doing, because you're doing some really exciting things and some things that are going to appeal to Rocky Mountain region sports fans specifically. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure where to start, but let's start by embarrassing you just a little bit.
Okay.
Dana, you're a pretty good basketball player.
Not anymore. No.
But you were. I've got to ask you this. Where did you go to high school?
Coronado High School.
You went to Coronado. Okay.
Yeah.
I coached high school in the state of Colorado, coached boys and girls. So I am familiar with Coronado. You would have probably been around that era of like Jamie Carey at Horizon and Katie Hinaida at Chatfield and those kind of kids. But Dana, you also played college basketball down at Colorado College in Colorado Springs. How much did playing sports at that level help you for what you're doing now?
Yeah, I mean, I think being an athlete and playing sports gives you so many life skills. It teaches you how to work with other people. It teaches you time management, resilience. Yeah. I had a couple injuries in high school. I tore both my ACLs. So it taught me about coming back and going through rehab and sticking with it. And then I loved playing at Colorado College, but we weren't the best. And so I'd come out of a high school program that was pretty good and we won a lot. And then all of a sudden I was on a team that was losing a lot. So it taught me how to overcome losing, I think, and stay motivated and keep working hard. And I've carried pretty much all of those skills into my working life for sure.
Well, and I know that, sometimes athletics gets that bad rap of certain things for certain people, but like you said, it teaches you so many life skills. It teaches you how to work with people. It teaches you how to communicate with people.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and guess you were probably a point guard, but I'm just guessing.
It's a good guess. Yeah. I'm not very tall, so it's definitely guard.
Okay. You know what? I think that those skills that you learned have served you well, but as fun as it is to make you talk about your own basketball career at all, and it is, I bring this up because I want people to know, not only are you a sports person, you're a person that's very familiar with sports in the Rocky Mountain region, which makes you very unique with what we are going to be talking about a little bit today, because I'm assuming that you grew up probably watching sports in this area.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a full born and bred Colorado sports fan.
See, there's not very many of us left.
There's not. Yeah. I mean, I remember the first Rockies home game. I was in elementary school and they came. My grandma listened to every Rockies game on the radio since they came here, and she still watches everyone. She's 95 now. She watches every Rockies game.
That's awesome. I love it. And I'm the same way. I grew up, born and raised in Colorado. I was up north in Broomfield, but same kind of thing. Based on that, the issues that sports fans in this area are currently dealing with, because right now, if you have Comcast, if you have Xfinity in the Denver metro area specifically, you can't watch all of the games that are on the Altitude network, which shows the Denver Nuggets, it shows the Colorado Avalanche, among a number of other things.
Yep.
Can you tell us, and I don't want you to have to speak for someone else, but could you kind of explain to us what that hang up is, why we're not getting to see those games? Is it the cable companies? Is it the Kroenke family that owns those franchises? Go back to?
It's probably a little bit of both. You're starting to see some of the cable companies slowly get out of the local content, and that includes the regional sports networks. Dish Network, who I actually worked for in the past for quite a while, is probably the most aggressive about it. They've dropped almost every regional sports network across the country.
Wow. For
them, it's purely financial. And so, I think it goes to both sides. The distributors want to pay less. The team owners want to get more. I can't really speak to exactly what's going on between Altitude and Comcast, but they've been Altitude hasn't been on Comcast Xfinity for several years now.
Yeah.
The only way, and since we've launched here in Colorado Springs, not Denver, the only way you could see the Nuggets and the Avalanche is through DirecTV. And so we identified Colorado as an area where sports fans are really underserved, and thought, we can do a deal with Altitude and give people what they want. We're building our service around local content and really trying to go into underserved areas and give them local content that they want, which is a area that a lot of the big national TV players are getting out of. It's even hard to get. You can't get Altitude on any of the streaming services either, except DirecTV Stream. I shouldn't say any.
Right.
But
no, but you're close.
Yeah.
Dana, this has, like you said, it's been going on for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing any progress being made on either side at all.
No.
I don't know if neither side they don't care about their viewers, or like you said, it just is a financial thing where they're going, we're not going to generate enough money for this to really be worth our while. I would think at some point.
It's a little bit of a broken industry, to be honest. I mean, I think the history for a long time was if you were a distributor and you wanted to carry these regional sports networks, you had to give it to everybody. And what the distributors saw when they looked at it is, only 20% of our subs are really watching it and care. So we're paying on everyone, and it's pretty high rate. Doesn't make sense for us. That's what the traditional distributors are saying. We've taken the other approach. This is a really underserved segment. We want to carry this content, we want to pay for it, and we want to give it to the people that care about it. We're not quite as focused on carrying 250 channels, for example. Like, we want to get the local sports content and just have the best of the national channels to fill it out. So like ESPN, Fox, FS1, etc.
Well, and you seem to have found a solution to this problem with Altitude even. Yeah. Can you, and I know that a lot of listeners may hear this and go, okay, I've never heard of this company before. Can you kind of lay out exactly how does Evoca, I want to make sure I'm saying that correctly, Evoca TV work? Because it's a little bit different. I was reading up on some of what you're doing. It's a little bit different of a setup. Yeah,
totally. It is different. So at our core, we're a broadcaster. So we have, broadcast towers, and we broadcast content over them. But what's really cool and unique about our system is it's completely integrated with streaming. So if you sign up for our service, right now it's $9.50 for life. So our early signups can get a killer deal. Colorado Springs, you get Altitude, you get about 20, 30 other channels with Altitude for $9.50 for life. And then our box actually integrates all of the local over-the-air channels. So what a lot of people don't realize is just broadcast TV, this stuff coming for free over the air to your house, is really good quality. Sure. It looks amazing. It's high definition. What we're broadcasting on is called it's next gen TV. It's even better. So we're able to broadcast 4K. We're able to put in old legacy broadcast terms, you could fit a couple channels onto one channel. So I don't know if you've ever noticed, since broadcast has done this digital transition, which happened around 2010,
right?
You get sub channels. So you'll have like 5.1 might be NBC and 5.2 is Ion or a different channel. You can get 2 generally HD channels. With the next gen TV technology, we can get 20 channels onto a single channel.
Wow.
So we have much higher compression, so we can broadcast a lot more content, and then we can put it behind or in front of a paywall, depending on what the team or the content owner wants to do. And then the box integrates with streaming. So we can stream content as well to the box. You could have Netflix, Amazon Prime, all of the major streaming devices available as well in one user interface.
And you're telling me that right now, people can sign up for this for $9.50 a month for life?
Yes, that is absolutely right. And
Dana, I'm only drinking water here, but this sounds too good to be true.
It's not too good to be true. The only thing is you got to be in Colorado Springs, but we are working to come to Denver. We're working really hard to make Denver our next market.
So right now you're just in the Springs, but what are the plans to expand? Where else are you going to be going? Obviously Denver, it sounds like, would be the next logical step. Are you planning on going north? Are you planning on staying just in Colorado or expanding outside of even that?
Yeah, well, we're actually in Boise, Idaho, which is where we were founded.
Okay.
And then Phoenix, Arizona, and Colorado Springs. So Denver is probably our next market. We're looking at Salt Lake. We're looking at a couple markets around Boise. So Twin Falls, Pocatello, which are right next to Boise. Portland's on the roadmap. So there's a mix. We do carry Root Sports up in the Northwest, and that
Right.
has the Blazers, the Kraken, some Timbers games, Mariners.
Sure.
Then we have Altitude here, obviously, and we will have by baseball season AT&T Rocky Mountain, which carries the Rockies games.
Oh, wow. Now I heard a rumor, and you can clarify this rumor, that you were also going to be bringing a host of college sports as well, maybe even some stuff
Yeah.
with Colorado State and that kind of
That's
thing.
right.
Is
Absolutely.
that just going to be Colorado State? Are you looking at other schools, or what is the situation there?
Good question. Yeah, right now it's Colorado State, but we'd like to replicate the deal that we have with them with a lot of other universities, really leaning in on that local angle. So we've got men's basketball, women's basketball, volleyball, softball, and soccer from Colorado State. Not every single game they have, but
Sure.
a pretty good mix of their games. So, it goes back to the underserved. A lot of these Division I schools don't get most of their sports carried on the major networks, but
Right.
still good athletic competition. And we definitely want to do more deals like that. So we're in conversations with a lot of universities, but nothing signed. So I don't want to put too much out about that.
I totally understand, but I absolutely love the fact that you're doing this. And I love that one of the aspects you are going at is the collegiate aspect, because
Yeah.
like you said, there are so many underserved people. There are people that live and die with every single sport of their university or where their kids go or whatever. You can't find that stuff, or it's really difficult to find it. Maybe you can find it here or there, but it's really, really tough. So I really, really love that you're doing that. I love that you're going after the local sports fan that just can't find a lot of the teams that they want to see. Here in Denver, we're trying to see major sports and we can't even do that. So I'm loving that you are approaching that way. Here's the big question. How soon can I get this? When can I get this? Where do I go? How do I sign up? What do we have to do here?
Absolutely. Yeah. We're working on Denver. You can go to evaca.tv to check
Okay.
out information.
Okay.
I can't tell you a definitive time frame on Denver, but we'd love to get there as fast as possible. We're working to make it happen because we recognize the need.
Sure. Is there a situation where I can go to evaca.tv and like sign up so that I know when service is coming to my area?
That is such a great question. And I think there is, but I'm not 100% sure.
I understand. Well, I like I said, when I heard what you're doing and the fact that you're reaching out to local audiences and people that live and die with their sports teams, I absolutely wanted to be on board, and I wanted listeners to have a chance to hear this because this was something new to me. I hadn't heard of this. I'm telling you right now, I'm waiting for you to get to Denver. You come to Denver, there's going to be people signing up, but what you're doing is absolutely phenomenal. And I'm super excited for this. I think this is something that really speaks to a lot of different people. There's going to be a number of people that are going to want that service. And at $9.50 a month or what, like you can't beat that. That's insane.
You can't beat it. I agree. It's a killer deal. So everyone listening, if you're in the spring, sign up. While supplies last, because it is a limited time offer. And Clint, I will let you know as soon as we get up to Denver.
Please do, because I'm seriously very, very interested. My son is now up at Colorado State, so obviously CSU is something that I'm definitely interested in, and we're watching all those games. I told him about it. He's got roommates up at the university saying, tell us when it comes to Fort Collins, because we want it too, because obviously they can see it. So like I said, I think you've got something that's really, really working well here. I'm so grateful that you were able to spend the time and stop in and kind of tell us about what you have going on at Evaca TV. And Dana, when you need, someone to come in and do some broadcasting for you, just let me know and I'll be sure to.
Okay. You're going to regret saying that because I'm going to hit you up soon.
We have to get together and just talk hoops. I'm fascinated with your background playing basketball. I coached basketball. In fact, I coached a playoff game against Coronado, but it would have been well after your time. It would have been after your time. That would have been probably 2007 or something like that. But I was
unfortunately, that's after my time.
I understand.
Smoky Hill, huh?
Yep, I was at Smoky Hill, and I was at I was at Eagle Crest High School for a little while, but yes, we did get down to play those teams in the Springs. We were always a little nervous about playing the teams from the Springs and the teams from Grand Junction, because both of those teams, and you can probably attest to this, both of those areas kind of look at it as, oh, you're a Denver team? No, we're going to make sure we kick your behind tonight. So that's just how
there's a little chip on the small team shoulders. For sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for the information. This really is an exciting situation, and I'm thrilled. I'm looking forward to this, and I'm going to be letting people know down in Colorado Springs that they need to be finding this right now and signing up while they can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dana,
Please
thank you so
pass it
much.
on.
I definitely will. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.